time. So, for us to have a smooth flow of our meeting tonight, let us follow this friendly reminders. First, let's all be on time. Our SAA or our team will be sharing with you the agenda later in the chat box. And second, please turn on your cameras so that we can see your beautiful and handsome faces. And the third one, please keep your microphone on mute. Mute your microphone whenever you are not speaking. When it's your turn to speak, just remember to unmute your microphone and be fully present and have fun. Pay attention and participate actively. Use the chat box to leave any feedback or any encouragements to all our speakers. So have fun. Let us now welcome our dear president, Toastmaster Galvin.
Thank you, Toastmaster Melanie. So I would like all of us to unmute yourself first. Okay, unmute. And please answer this. Happy morning, everyone.
Happy
Morning.
morning.
Happy
morning.
morning.
Nice.
Morning.
Happy morning.
I know this is the happy morning is actually only true for Toastmaster Pedro all the way from Brazil. But then again, even though we are here in Southeast Asia, it is already night. But we would like to make sure that the spirit is still in the morning spirit, right? Maybe not Thursday morning, but more like Saturday morning, weekend. Weekend is coming in the next 5 hours, guys. So just bear with us. We are coming to the weekend. Okay, so welcome to SCBD Toastmaster Club. And yeah, we are part of the Toastmaster International. So maybe for the first time guests, I see some names who are first time. I think Toastmaster Nia is first time here in any Toastmaster meeting.
In Toastmaster meeting, this is the second time.
Oh, okay.
Before I joined the ultimate Toastmaster Club.
Oh, I see. Together with soon to be Toastmaster Indra and soon to be Toastmaster Hani as well, yeah.
Yes.
I see. Okay, welcome
Yes.
back. Okay, so I just would like to introduce about Toastmaster International and SCBD Toastmaster as well. So we are part of the Toastmaster International, whereby Toastmaster International is a 97 years old organization. So it's an old one, and Toastmaster International is present in the whole world. So if you come to Singapore, Kuala Lumpur, Moscow, anywhere, you can almost always find a Toastmaster club in that series. So to join any Toastmaster meeting, you actually don't have to be a member, right? Like the guest here, you can almost always join Toastmaster meeting. And you can also participate. So there is a table topic session, whereby the table topic session is actually 1 to 2 minute impromptu speech, whereby all participants of the meeting can join and basically deliver speech. But then again, if you would like to experience deeper, to get more experience about Toastmaster, you actually have to be a member. So what is actually the benefit of becoming a member? So by becoming a member, you can get this. You can see my screen? Can you see my screen? Anyone can confirm?
Yes.
Yes, it's visible.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, so what is this? You see that there is this so-called pathways, right? So just like in your college, in your university, school, there is curriculum, right? But here in Toastmaster, there is pathway. So basically, pathway is the guide for our education in Toastmaster. So you can imagine like being in Toastmaster is just like completing your Bachelor of Communication in university. So by taking this pathway, each pathway, let's say you would like to take first engaging humor because you would like to incorporate more humor into your speech. Then there you will be given some projects for you to complete along the engaging humor pathway. And then after completing that subjects, then you can move on to a new pathway, right? You can take all 11 pathways here if you have the grit to do it. It is hard, but it is really expected, and that you will be a much better speaker if you already complete 1, 2, or even more pathways, right? And you can only get this pathway if you become a member of Toastmaster. And that's about Toastmaster International. So why do you join SCBD Toastmaster? We at least all of us here, the members of SCBD Toastmaster, we join because we have this vision and slogan. Sorry, not vision, mission. I mean, our mission is to work systematically to prove that you are wrong. To work systematically meaning that we have all of our procedures for us to deliver speeches, for us to take projects and everything, so that everyone can already know what needs to be done, right? So everyone can work together. No one, stopping others to complete their projects, right? And to prove that you are wrong, meaning that we prove that if you think that you are not a good speaker, no, you're wrong. You can be a good speaker. If you think that you are already a good speaker, you are also wrong. Why? Because we think that you can even become a way better speaker. And our slogan is "You are almost," meaning that by joining SCBD Toastmaster, even the meeting, you are almost to achieve your goal of becoming a better public speaker. That's all from me about the introduction about SCBD Toastmaster Club. So without further ado, I would like to give the control to our Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Dentia. Please.
Thank you, Mr. President. Happy morning, everyone, and welcome to our special night. Oh, someone is taking over, I think. I see. The real Tom is here. Okay, that was just an impromptu opening from myself. Okay, I'll give the control to our Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Syauqi. The screen is yours.
You're still muted, Toastmaster
Yes.
Syauqi.
Let me turn on my light because I can see that my, oh my God. Oh, there you go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to SCBD Toastmasters. I mean, you already heard it from our president already. Welcome. But again, welcome. Sorry for being late because, again, people who are success is always late. Nah, that's just me, just my own quote to justify my lateness. But again, hello, everyone. Welcome to SCBD Toastmaster. Back with me again, the Tom for tonight's meeting. Syauqi Zuwakar Kiswara. You can call me Syauqi, you can call me Zuwakar, or you can call me Kiswara. It all depends on you. So, welcome. So, do Galvin already introduce the theme and everything?
Not
Or
yet.
should I? Okay.
Please.
Now, what is the theme for tonight's meeting? Wait, let me just. What is the theme for tonight's meeting? Can anybody answer that question? Raise your hand if you can answer that question. Nobody's raising their hand lah. Okay. Dentia, Toastmaster Dentia, can you tell us what is the theme for today?
It's New Days, New Hope.
Yes, new days, new hope. Because again, when we are encountering a lot of things that are happening in our life, we should be grateful because every new day there's going to be hope in every step on the way. Again, do not be worried about yourself. Always believe in hope, and hope will come to you. Okay, that is a small introduction of the theme for me. Now, I would like to open the meeting by saying hello, everyone, and thank you so much for attending the meeting. And again, we are going to have three sessions, if I'm not mistaken, right? First is, of course, the prepare speech session. Prepare speech session is only for the members of a club, and they will present a prepared speech. Second is actually the games. If I'm not mistaken, it's the games, right? Who doesn't love games? Of course, this is a special meeting because this is our 60th anniversary. 60th anniversary. Even though it's not sweet 17, but it's still good enough. Yes, it's still good enough. Yes. And of course, the third and the most important session is the evaluation session, where we're going to hear an amazing evaluation for all of the individual evaluators and, of course, the team of evaluators. Now, I will not be the one who's going to explain this. I would like to call the general evaluator of tonight's meeting. Please welcome Toastmaster Galvin. Toastmaster Galvin, the screen is yours.
Hey, thank you. Back with me again. So tonight I will be your general evaluator. So what is actually the function of general evaluator? So my function is to evaluate the whole meeting, right? You know what happened and what needs to be happened but didn't happen. That's also what I have to evaluate. But then again, there are a lot of things to be evaluated, right? So I have a lot of troops, a lot of Avengers with me. So the first Avenger is the Black Widow, which is Toastmaster Melanie. Toastmaster Melanie will be the grammarian of tonight, whereby if you're questioning what is actually grammarian is basically the one who will try to note down all kind of grammatical improvement that she might suggest, and also she will also note down all of the memorable quotes for all of our speeches here. So we will hear the improvement for our speech later in the meeting by our Black Widow Toastmaster Melanie. And then we have our, who's more? Who's next? Our timer, no, our bell counter is Toastmaster Dentia. So Toastmaster Dentia is our bell counter. She is our Scarlet Witch. Okay, so Toastmaster Dentia as a bell counter, basically she will arrange for all of us to vote for the most favorite speaker from each session, from the prepared speech session and also from the evaluation session. Okay, and please do vote. Why? Because as a good citizen, it is your duty to vote. Thank you to the Toastmaster Dentia. And then we have our AWOD counter, our Captain America, Toastmaster Andika. So Toastmaster Andika will try to note down all of the filler words like you know, things like that, and also the long pauses like that. That's long pauses. Yeah. So Toastmaster Andika will note down those kind of improvements and also inform all of us about those improvements. But he will also note down the usage of our WOD, our word of the day. What is it? What is it, Toastmaster Andika? Our WOD?
It's appreciate.
Appreciate. So appreciate. Remember that appreciate meaning something like thankful, I believe. Those our word of the day. And we also have our last Avenger, which is Toastmaster. I cannot think of anything. Toastmaster Uyun. Toastmaster Uyun, please do explain the role.
All right, thank you, Toastmaster Galvin. So hello everyone, my name is Uyun and I'll be the timer. So I'll time every prepared speaker and evaluators for tonight. So I will change my background to green, meaning that if you have reached this green background, meaning that you are eligible to be voted. And then when it's yellow, then it's like a warning for you to stop. And if it's red, meaning that you you need to wrap up and we give you grace period for 30 seconds. And for the prepared speakers, I have shared your timing signal in the chat box, and for evaluators, later your time will be 2 to 3 minutes. And for the game session, the timing will be special, and I'll explain later in the game session. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Galvin.
Thank you, our Captain Marvel Toastmaster Uyun. Okay, now we can go back to continue our meeting with Toastmaster Syauqi. Please, Toastmaster Syauqi.
Okay, thank you so much, GE, for explaining the role. Of course, guys, don't worry to make any mistakes because we have our grammarian that will help us in all of our grammarian mistakes. And don't forget to say as much word of the day as possible, which is appreciate, because again, we are appreciating you guys if you set the word of the day. Yes, rhymes there a little bit. Okay, nobody noticed it, but it's okay. And of course, remember to vote for your opinion, the best speaker. Because again, every vote matters. Just like when Sukarno asked for a vote for us. Okay, that's a little bit long history right there. Just like when Jokowi trying to be the president of Indonesia. One vote matters and every vote matters. Yes, and of course, be worried about the time, because if you are over time, you cannot be chosen as the best speaker. So please pin Toastmaster Uyun. Always look at Toastmaster Uyun, because she is the one who's going to decide if you guys are the one who's going to get picked or not. Okay, let's move on to the first. Okay,
Ramai juga.
Okay, let's move on first to the first session, which is the prepare speech session. Yes, the prepare speech session. Now, before I call on the first speaker, let me call on his evaluator. His evaluator, Toastmaster Aisha. Wait, not Toastmaster Aisha, Toastmaster Dewey, sorry. Toastmaster Dewey, are you there? Sorry, guys.
Yes.
Okay, Toastmaster Dewey, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the meeting. Am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Your voice is little cracking, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, I will just turn off my video then. Thank you. Happy morning, everyone.
Happy morning.
Good morning.
Happy morning.
Good morning.
So today,
Konnichiwa.
I will be Toastmasters Toastmasters is Israqi's evaluator. This time, Toastmaster Isyraqi wants to share about celebrity and public frequency. Ooh, this is part of his level 1 project 2B. So the purpose of this project is the member will receive and apply the feedback from the previous speech and then try to show us how he tries to improve. So without further ado, let's give warm applause to Toastmaster Isyraqi, celebrity and public frequency. Toastmaster Isyraqi, celebrity and public frequency. The screen is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Dewey. Why our television program could be like that? In fact, television exists to provide educational broadcasts, not just broadcast entertainment with a limited electromagnetic frequency and only a few parties are allowed to use it. Every broadcast rights holder should filter the content broadcast so that is truly intended for the benefit of the community. The public is being blown away by the hustle and bustle and the melancholy sentiment to celebrate the application of the two young celebrities. The first YouTuber in Indonesia married the daughter of a famous diva and composer. Anyone knows it? Maybe you wanna spill the name? Any Toastmaster and guest?
Atta Halilintar.
Yes, that's right.
Siap.
Asia Atta Halilintar. In terms of popularity, their YouTube channel followers have reached millions. One of the recent commoditations of mass media is the marriage of a YouTuber and a celebrity according to the broadcast schedule released. The wedding broadcast is not once or twice, but 4 times. Anyone notice about that? The crowd also invited the agency to issue a warning to the TV station. As a reminder, TV stations are using public frequencies. Therefore, it should be used for the common good, not private business. My opinion is why the phenomenon has become so amazing, because this time it feels like a Korean drama. It feels too much, isn't it? Anyone agree with me? The audience enthusiasm for the impression of celebrity wedding is predictable. The private lives of public figures always arouse people's attention. Since it was initiated by RCTI Kabar Kabari in 1996, an infotainment program has appeared like a mushroom during the rainy season. In addition to the stories of celebrities' marriage, there are also stories about affairs, hobby, children's life, vacations, and divorce. The audience believed that celebrities are as real as public figures. They express the public desire for performance, and their appearance on the screen itself has public value. Baudrillard in Ecstasy of Communication 1998 states that we live in a world that is richer in information and less meaningful. We slowly can no longer sort out which information has meaning in the public sphere. We, as a television viewers, lose our power to produce meaning. The meaning we have is the meaning that has been simulated by the media. I will close my statement. I will close my speech with Baudrillard's statement again. Baudrillard said, "We are not watching television. Television is watching us." Thank you, Toastmaster and distinguished guests. That's all from me.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Remember, guys, you're not the one who's watching television. The television is actually watching you. Sounds like a big conspiracy, but what if it is true? Everybody ever wondered when they're opening Netflix, opening their phone, instead of them watching someone, they're being watched by someone? Hmm. Maybe that someone is behind your back. Maybe that someone is near you. Again, we never know because TV is always watching us. Okay, thank you so much, Isyraqi, for that amazing first in terms of opening for the speech, for the prepared speech session. We really appreciate it. Now let's go on to the second speaker. Now the second speaker is Toastmaster Almer, but before I call on Toastmaster Almer, let me call on the evaluator, which is Toastmaster Aisha. Toastmaster Aisha, the screen is yours.
Good morning, everyone. Tonight we will be listening to TM Almer. He will be delivering his speech about time management. This is part of his Level 1 Project 3 about researching and presenting. The purpose of this project is for the member to learn or to review basic research method and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. Without further ado, let's listen to TM Almer, Time Management. Time Management, TM Almer.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, TM Aisha, for the introduction. So today I'm going to present about time management. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, can you guys see it?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to give a background first. Where do I get the inspiration for the presentation? And I'm going to explain too how could it relate to you guys. So the background. So personally, I'm having a time crunch for the past 2 weeks, and it's the workload is kind of high, and I lost sense of time, and it all becomes messy. And what I mean by time management is a decision making process. First is you should know where your time goes, and then you arrange it, and then you adapt it. Now, there are 3 skills that I learned that you should that will give you a sense of success or failure. So there are three: awareness, arrangement, and adaptation. Awareness is more like you know where your time goes, you know what is happening, you still you can focus on your time, and you know where when to change your direction. Second is arrangement. It's more like planning and scheduling. So arrangement is before you do the task. And then there's adaptation. Adaptation is after you do the task or when you are doing the task. So adaptation has more underline on prioritizing your activities. Now, the research is a summary from 1,200 people. I read it in the Harvard Business Review, and there are root causes that people sometimes has misconception about time management. The first is you need to excel at three of those skills: the awareness, adaptation, and arrangement, if you want to improve your overall time management. Secondly is most people struggle with awareness and adaptation skills. Now, this is actually really relevant. Awareness, if you sometimes lost focus, it's because you have a kind of low awareness. Like millennials like to be distracted very easily, and that has something to do with awareness. And third is preference. Now, people say, oh, multitasking is not effective. Sometimes it depends on other people, on the people. But back again, preference is not a very important aspect about the time management. And this is the fourth, people are not accurate in evaluating themselves and their time. This problem actually is very old as time management itself. Now there's the solution, the big picture. Now it's kind of generic, but after this I'm going to tell you more about the solutions that is more detailed. So in the big picture is you need to improve your accuracy of your awareness. You should know where do your time goes. Secondly, you need to understand yourself. Understand that you work effectively more in the evening than in the morning, or vice versa. And the third is identify and prioritize your skill. So first things first. So first, I'm going to tell you the solution for the awareness. Now, the solution for awareness is four. So there's a list of solutions, but I only picked four that is relevant for me and maybe relevant for you, because some of the solutions are also kind of generic. First is find your peak performance time. Now, what I mean by your peak performance time is more on at which time do you have a 100% focus. Now, that is the best time to do the hard work. Second is time budgets. So, well, you already know probably. You need to calculate the time this week for next week and so on. Third is know your time. So you need to record and estimate and evaluating your plan and real time. This is very important. A lot of people talk about time management, but when they or ask how do you spend your time realistically, most of them have it wrong. So you need to record your time and you need to evaluate it objectively. And the fourth is understand the cost. So this also have to do with adaptation. When you are doing projects, you need to think, is this still important in a few weeks ahead? If this is not important, you should cut it out. Now the solution for arrangement. So the first one is breaking down goals. So I learned it from my friends that also has a high workload, and he works as a consultant actually. And I asked him how he managed his time with the heavy workload. So he break down work very small and create milestones, to-do lists, and do it systematically. Second is schedule protect time. So you need to have a time block, like 1 hour to focus. So if you need high quality, you need to have a time block. The third is Eisenhower matrix. So it's more important and emergency. You need to calibrate yourself. Use a tracking tool. You could use apps, or you could use Excel. It's up to you how you use it. And the last is reduce underestimation errors. If you have time or people know your schedule, you could ask for feedback. So you could have an objective. And the last is the adaptation skills. Now, the first one is habit stacking. You could also read the solution in Atomic Habits if you already have read it. So you tie your time with the things that you usually do. So you don't need to reinvent the wheel. Second is use short bursts of effort. So if you feel lazy or you want to procrastinate, you just do it and put 15 minutes time. Like Nike said, just do it, and probably when you are over 15 minutes, you'll automate yourself. Third is contingency planning. So practically, you could use if then planning. And last is reduce time wasters. So reduce time wasters is you should control your environment. It's very important. If you have a bad habit of wasting time watching TV, just shut down the TV. Put your TV somewhere else. If you like to play your handphone before bed, put it somewhere else. So you need to control your environment. So that is all from me, and I hope all of you could take notes and practice it in your daily lives. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Almer. That was an amazing presentation because we learned a lot on how to manage time, especially now in this work from home kind of situation. Everybody is hectic doing all of their works at home. In fact, we are crazily tired sometimes, especially on Friday night. Especially on Friday night. And yeah, one of the most important word that I listened from Toastmaster Arma's speech is procrastinate. Procrastinate, because we college student loves to procrastinate. So it really resides a lot within me. Procrastinate is like our motto as a college student. Yes, procrastinate always rules. Okay, that's it. That's it for me. Okay, let's go to the third speaker. Now, the third speaker is going to be presented, is going to be announced or to be introduced by the evaluator. Now, I would like to call evaluator for tonight's meeting, which is, wait, let me just, wait. Oh, there you go. Which is the third evaluator, which is Toastmaster Tias. Toastmaster Tias is going to evaluate Toastmaster Arcita. Please, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Syauqi. Hello, everyone. Tonight, I will be Toastmaster Arcita evaluator. So today, Toastmaster Arcita will deliver her speech for level 1, project 3 that will focus on researching and presenting. The purpose of this project is TM Arcita to learn a few basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on the topic. Toastmaster Arcita chose a very interesting topic, and I'm sure most of us are excited to hear Toastmaster Arcita's speech. Toastmaster Arcita, empathy to apathy, and empathy to apathy, Toastmaster Arcita.
Thank you so much, CMTS. So let me share my screen. Where is it? Wait. Uh, so can everyone see in my screen?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Great. Thank you. So, welcome everyone. So, thank you so much for the time. Let me tell you. So, from empathy to apathy, have you ever in a situation where you are needed help and maybe you want to know, well, is everyone going to help me or so this kind of things, it's called bystander effect. So, what is bystander effect? So, it is generally agreed that social norms are powerful in determinants of human behavior. And so, maybe you have social norms such as maybe I want to ask TMTS. So, TMTS, so do you have,
Yes.
yeah, do you think, what do you think about a social norm? What kind of action should a person do to make him or her a decent person in your eyes? So,
Okay. Yeah, I think generally the essential thing is to be kind to others. I think as simple as saying thank you or saying please, and then also like giving seats to elderly or pregnant people in the public transport. I think something like that.
oh, okay, thank you so much. I think we're in the same page. And do you think when you are in a situation, when you are in a bus, do you see anyone that have the courage to give a seat just like you? Do you see many?
I'm not sure if I seen many, but yes, some people done that, I
Oh,
guess. But I think not everyone will do that probably.
because it will be awkwardly weird if everyone stand up and only one person that needs the seat, right? Okay.
Yes, probably yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, CMTS. So that's what you call a social norm. So I think we are better. So I have a very interesting statistic about uh, 80%. So this is a social norm that we are all facing about bullying. Uh, 80% of bullying are seen, but no one reported. So in this Toastmaster meetings virtual, has anyone ever seen a bullying experience in your community or maybe in your life? Let me see. Can you all raise your hand if you ever seen it? Oh, okay, I see a bit. Not everyone, I think. Okay. So then the second question is, have you ever considered to uh, talking the situation about bullying to authority or maybe parents or maybe someone who has the power to stop that kind of situation? Can everyone please raise your hand? Does everyone have ever talking to the authority about this kind of stuff? Okay, so maybe not. So I cannot see everyone. So and so I think that this is a bystander effect. What I mean is, so helping me. What I want to highlight is helping behavior is driven by sympathy or empathy, and it is not influenced by social factors such as social norms or reward. So this is contradicted with the previous statements that generally people are going to do good if they have social norms, but it is not like that. So I have a very interesting story about Kiri Genovese. So this is a very this is a tragic story about a murder about Kiri. She's working at a bar, And when she went home, she is followed by an unknown man. And when she is followed, she already screaming for help. But all of the people in her environment didn't think that it was that urgent, so they didn't think it was that kind of serious. But one person suddenly opened her apartment window and stated, "Are you okay?" And she, someone following me, but she just passed by. The one who has question just closed the door, and the end of this situation is the Kiri Genevieve got killed, stabbed twice, and 6 hours after her death, only 1 or 2% reported in the police. So this is highlight. You can search it in New York Times, but it's 1964. I don't think we have the paper, but this is 30. It stated that 37% saw the murder, but did not call the police. Okay, and when they asked for the police, they said that I didn't want to get involved. Frankly, they were afraid and they was too tired. So what I want to ask is, why is this happening? Why are we become from when we want to give a seat to a person, but becoming when someone screaming from help, we just don't take time to ask for her. So this is called the bystander effect. It's a reducement of helping behavior of a person, and it is caused by three points. That is the feeling of having less responsibility. So you know that all the person is in there, and you thought that, oh, maybe she will help or he will help. And secondly is the fear of unfavorable public judgment when helping, because maybe you will think, oh, which is when I help her, what will the people in the environment say? Or and this is what sometimes I feel like this also. And the third one is the situation is not actually emergency, and people would think like, oh, it's not that emergency, so it will be okay. And this is the highlight of the difference between sympathy, empathy, and apathy. Sympathy is when you're drowning in the feeling, and the empathy is mean, well, you want to help him, but you're not in the feeling. You're not in the same feeling as the one who would you want to help. And apathy means you don't care, or maybe you are not indifferent with the kind of situation. So what is the motivation for helping others? These are the two key points that the social scientists said that we want to help someone. Firstly is sympathy. Sympathy means you know the person is in distress and you have same situation as that person, and you think that the person is need for help. Secondly, the person is in this personal distress. That means that you have the urgency to help her. It's like instantaneous feeling, and that is a personal distress. And bystander apathy is reduced when the bystander is known for each other. So you know that person well, or maybe you know you know that person well. And secondly, you have a competence. You have a power. You feel that, oh, you can help her. That's why you have the urge to help. So our social scientists define the 5 stage for us to be to help or to resolve this bystander effect. Firstly, we have to notice. When you see a person, you need to notice, is it he are in distress? Secondly, interpreting. You need to know if she needs to help. Thirdly, taking responsibility. You need to know that yeah, I have to do the responsibility, but you will be okay. 4 is deciding to help, and 5 is providing to help. So, in conclusion, bystander apathy is present in everyone because it's a situational. And secondly, we all play a role in creating a culture of respect, compassion, and preventing violence. It's our moral obligation. And thirdly, before you eventually to decide to intervene, let us remember that 5 approach: noticing, interpreting, taking responsibility, deciding to help, and providing help. So I think what drives us is fear. I know fear is real. It is paralyzing. It is terrifying. But it also can be energizing because once you know what you're afraid of, you can figure it out. It is by Stacey Abrams. So thank you so much. And I would like to say happy birthday to Toastmaster. Thank you so much. And I give back to you all. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Arcita, for such an amazing presentation. Again, guys, if you see people who are in need of help, don't hesitate to help them. It will not just be helpful for them, but it also will be helpful for you, because by helping others, you are inspired to do it again and again and again. Because small thing can lead to huge impact, not just to their life, but also our life. So yeah, remember to always be ready to help other people. So yeah. Okay, let's go on to the fourth speaker. Now, the fourth speaker is Toastmaster Zulwakar. Now, Toastmaster Zulwakar will present his speech, but before he do that, let us call on the evaluator for Toastmaster Zulwakar, Toastmaster Laila. Toastmaster Laila, the screen is yours.
All right. Happy morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Well, in this evening, Toastmaster Syauqi will be delivering his level 3 project 3 on elective motivational strategy, in which for this speech, the purpose is for the member to practice writing and delivering a speech that inspire others. And apart from that, the purpose of the speech is for the member to inspire the audience. So we are waiting to be inspired by his speech. So the speech also will be 5 to 7 minutes. So without further ado, none other than our Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Syauqi, I can't do it. Toastmaster Syauqi, I can do it.
Before I start, can anyone hear my voice? Can everybody see my video clearly?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, it's clear.
Okay, thank you. I can't do it anymore. I want to quit, and I just want to die. Many people answer those dreadful answer when they are encountering failures. When someone is receiving or experiencing failures, there's two possibilities. One, they will see it as a regret or see it as an opportunity. You see, in 2020, I did my biggest failure. I was about to apply to my double degree program at Sampurna University for the Arizona program. I worked for 3 years, trying to completing all of the courses, all of the test requirements, and the interview. And of course, the last is GPA. I was thrilled because I already passed 3 requirements. I already did all of my courses, I already passed the test, and I nailed the interview. I was ecstatic because finally, I am going to reach one of my goals, one of my dreams, one of the destination that I'm trying to go, which is getting the double degree program to go to Arizona. Finally, on 19 April 2020, I received the email from the campus itself, Arizona. And when I opened that email, I was very, very disappointed. Rather than hearing congratulations, you are admitted, I received, we are so grateful for your enthusiasm, but unfortunately, you are rejected from the double degree program due to low GPA. Last year, I received one of the lowest GPA that I've ever received, which is below 2. And I broke out. I'm depressed. And worst of all, my suicidal attempt starts kicking in. I said to myself that I'm a piece of trash. I'm worthless. All of the things that I do, all of the things that I do for the past 3 years is just a big waste of trash. I failed miserably because of that one stupid mistake. I broke down. And worst of all, not only did I disappointed myself, I disappointed my parents because I give them false hope. Now imagine you were a parent and you're expecting good news from your son, but instead of getting good news, you get a very disappointing answer. After I've pulled a lot of courage to talk to my parents, I cried. I said this, Mom, Dad, I'm sorry. I didn't make it to the double degree program. I failed miserably and I was thinking of quitting college, quitting university. Rather than being disappointed, rather than rejecting me as their son, they answer me with this simple answer. Syauqi, it's okay. Maybe that is not your opportunity. Maybe that is not your chance. Don't give up and keep trying. Maybe you will find a new opportunity sooner as you thought. Please don't give up. Please try harder and try to fix your mistake because we believe in you, son, and we are always proud of you. I cried. I was shocked and I was happy. Rather than seeing that failure as regret, it changed into opportunities because when people fail, that is the time for people to grow. Failures makes us stronger if we learn from it. Rather than being regret of all the things that you did, see the possibility by learning from all of those failures and apply it to your future plans. Because of that, you will not repeat the same mistake. Rather than you repeating the mistake, you become stronger, you become smarter, and you become more craftier when it comes of reaching your goal. I admit my GPA is low, but after all of my hard work and determination, I got a GPA of 3.6 last semester to be more precise. Because I didn't quit, because I see it as an opportunity to grow. So people, change your mindset. Rather than saying you can't, you can. Rather than seeing things as a failure, see it as an opportunity to grow. Humans are capable for a lot of great things. Humans are capable for so much more if they keep on trying. So people, start thinking from you can't to you can, because I know you can reach your goals and reach your dreams. And of course, you are capable of great things. So please start from can't to can. Thank you. Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Syauqi, for that amazing speech. Thank you so much for sharing to us your biggest failure, and rather than you're sobbing about it or crying about it, you're actually trying to fix your mistake right now, and it actually proves that you become stronger by being able to share that failure to a lot of people. So thank you. Okay, that's all for the fourth speakers. Now let us move on to the fifth speaker of tonight. The fifth speaker is Toastmaster Naflah, and before I call on Toastmaster Naflah, I would like to call Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Gatot. Distinguished Toastmaster Gatot, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. The screen is yours, DTM Gatot.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the meeting. Dear fellow Toastmaster, good morning. I'm so glad tonight since I know that I'm going to evaluate Toastmaster Naflah for her project number 1, level 5. Its evaluation form lead in any situation. There are two main purposes of the project. First one is for the member to apply the skills needed to successfully lead in a volunteer or other organization. The second one, for the member to share some aspect of his or her experience as a leader and know the impact of the 360 degrees evaluation. It would be 8 until 10 minutes. Toastmaster Naflah, I am a newbie. I am a newbie. Toastmaster Naflah. Screen's yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gatot. Am I audible?
Yes.
Is my screen is visible?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. You will get it when you get into a college life, especially in final semester. You can't say life is hard because, when you graduate from college, when you get to apply to a job, that's it. You can say life is hard. Ladies and gentlemen, as the youngest kids in the family, those words coming really often said by my brothers, my cousins, and my parent. You're just a baby. That's what they say to me. Growing up as an introvert kid, I've always asked to my family's advice. I believe in my brothers, my cousins, and my parent. I've always asked for which school I should take or which high school I should take. But one day, one of my cousins asked me to join a Toastmaster. I went to SCBD Toastmasters Club. When I entered the room, I was confused. Like, I don't know what they're doing. I believe that people there are very welcome, they are very friendly, and they always appreciate each other. They're always giving a clap and a good feedback. When I was there, I was only 17 years old, almost 18. But in my time, when I turned into 18, I decided to join SCBD Toastmasters Club because I thought my cousin won't tell me to the wrong way, and I always ask for their advice. And I was right. Those plays are very supportive. I remember in SGB Toastmasters, I can share the stories that I've never told before to anybody, not even to my friends. But in SCBD Toastmasters, I have a place to share my story. And here is the picture when we took a picture back then at 2018. It was on WTC, World Trade Center, located in Sudirman. We held this meeting every Friday night, just like tonight. And I met a lot of friends there, especially the professionals, and I can ask about many things. And then one day, one of the executive committee in 2018 asked me to apply for any position in Exco. At first, I won't apply. But seeing my cousin, Toastmaster Mahdi, apply for president, I thought, well, I'm not alone. Maybe someone can cover me up, which is my cousin. So then I applied for the executive committee at 18 years old. First of all, I don't know, I have no idea. But then I applied and my 18 years old, almost 19 at that time. And this is the formation of Exco in 2018. I was the VPE, the Vice President Education, and the club president is my cousin. And we just, 7 of us hang out and also discuss about the club meetings and stuff. And I could say that I'm enjoyed as the VPE, and we came to the weekly meeting regularly to WTC. But one day, one of our VPPR resigned. She left the Exco. I don't know what is the exact reason, but the VPPR position was vacant, is empty. Next month, our secretary just resigned. And a couple of weeks after that, our SAA just resigned. And a couple of weeks from that, there is only like 4 of us. Means there are 3 vacant roles. Back then, when I was 18, about 19, I don't know whether this club can survive or this club that helps me to grow, that this club that helps me to be confident, to talk in public, to improve my English, will be shut down. Because not only the Exco that left, but in regular meeting, there's only like 8 until 10 people in a meeting with a role taker. So can you imagine? There's only 8 until 10 person. They take a role taker. They also delivering speech. At that time, I was anxious. I don't know what to do because I feel like these people are kept living and living. And I don't know whether we can survive to help this club, to serve this club. Those anxieties still coming, but my cousin, Toastmaster Mahdi, at that time is also frustrated a bit. Seeing him frustrated, I thought, maybe I can do something. And then I started to do this. I started to take over the VPPR job, so as the PPE and the VPPR. I know I was a newbie at that time. I don't know how to edit. I don't know how to post properly in Toastmasters account. So if you can see on your screen, this blue one, I initiate the post to ask one of our member to give some reasons why he joined Toastmasters. And I could say it's not that good. As you can see, you can't read what it is. The VPPR writer is so much better than me back then. I can just do this. And then I started to initiate the post about mental health. And then I started to make another post asking another member to tell us why they joined Toastmasters and how Toastmasters can change their life. And since we are located in WTC in World Trade Center, it cost us education fee 65,000 rupiah per meeting. And one of the member and us, the college student, was having a hard time because it's too expensive for a college student. So we initiate again for moving to a new place. Back then, it was only 4 of us as the exco, and we were looking for a place in SGBD or maybe in Sudirman that we can hold a meeting. And then we do some research, and I can't believe it. I just found a place, and this is another post. I just found a place at Kolega. It was in Senopati. Well, we was afraid, nervous that is it the right choice? It is the right time. Is it the right decision to choose? But then I think this is the right time because after that, I was an introvert, I said before. I did a negotiation with Dream Hub with my cousin too. We did a negotiation with Dream Hub to help a meeting in SGBD, our venue right now, before COVID-19. So our Happy Morning Club is here again. And luckily here in Dream Hub, we found a potential member like Toastmaster Aryu and Toastmaster Golfin here in Dream Hub. I remember that time. And I can't believe that from the time that I was a baby, I was a newbie, I know nothing. But right now it grows and it's happy when people coming and they say, I know their club from Instagram. That's what the moment that I swear that it feels so relief and so happy. I may be a newbie as a VPPR or I may be a newbie as the Exco, but I did it. And one of the thing, it's not bad to be a newbie. And in myself, I've always feel like I'm a newbie forever because from then I could start to making some new things, new movements, and then I keep learning. And most importantly, I lived. Thank you. Back to Tom.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Naflah, for that amazing speech. Again, guys, everyone is a newbie because there is always a potential to learn something new. And even if we don't believe in ourselves, we might surprise ourselves for the better. Thank you so much for sharing that moment. And yeah, I see my picture there a little bit. I was kind of excited. Yay, I see me. But again, that is just me. So yeah. I mean, I see myself in the mirror all the time. So why am I so excited when I'm seeing my picture in somebody's PowerPoint? Because I love myself. Yeah, that's the right answer. Because I love myself. Too much. Okay, that is all for the prepare speech session. Now I would like to call on the timer to give her time report. Toastmaster Uyun, the screen is yours.
Thank you very much. So I have shared in the chat box that unfortunately there are only 2 speakers are eligible, Toastmaster Syauqi and Toastmaster Naflah. So I would like to suggest later for the evaluators, again, please pin me before delivering the speech. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for the time report. Again, guys, unfortunately, we only have 2 speakers that can be voted. But again, I believe that everybody who are done this prepared speech tonight did their best and did their efforts on presenting a well-structured speech. So kudos for that and give an applause to everyone who has already done the prepared speech. And yeah, let's go on. Wait, photo session before. Yes, it's a photo session. I would like to call on Toastmaster Andika for initiating the photo session.
Thank you, Tom. Tonight we have 34 participants, so we would like to see your face and make this moment available throughout your life. So please, everybody, within 5 seconds, please turn on your video. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, but not close the door. Okay. Also, everybody, please make a very happy pose because this is Sweet 16. So let's appreciate this moment together by using your very happy pose. 3, 2, 1. All right, one more. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Andika, for initiating the photo session. Again, guys, you can check your photos, your lovely faces, or even sometimes the face that you can inspire to become a meme. Like me, I make my meme of myself. But again, you can check the photos in our Instagram and SCBD Toastmasters. Be sure to follow and keep updated on every single activity that we do here in SCBD Toastmaster. And don't forget to follow our YouTube channel at SCBD Toastmaster as well. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and do not close the door. Okay, let us go on. Let us go on to the second session. Now, usually people thought, oh yeah, it's the table topic session. But no, nope. Our great team has find another way to make our meeting fun. Because again, this is our 16th anniversary. Even though it's not sweet 17, it's still sweet because we can see you guys' faces and we can see you guys following or participating at this great day. So of course, let us call on the game master of tonight. Can you guess who is the game master? No one answer, huh? The game master for tonight is our lovely Toastmaster Yun.
Hi, thank you, Toastmaster Syauqi. Hello, everyone. So I am back again as the game master. So we will not have a table topic sessions, but we will substitute it to be a game. It will give you also the value of impromptu speech and also creativity. You will be time as well. And if you are over time, you are not eligible to be voted. But before I start the game, I would like to gather the set of players because we need to determine who will tell the story. I need, let's see. Okay, so here I have, guests. I would like to encourage guests to join as well. Maybe Toastmaster Toastmaster Indra, Toastmaster, guest Indra, guest Ilyasa. Do you want to join? Guest. So please put your name. Toastmaster Pedro from Brazil, please. Because after this, I will pick some people. Okay, all right. Okay, so I guess I would like to just close it. So we have 9 players then. Okay, then. Okay, so we have 9 players. We have first Toastmaster Vini, second Toastmaster Vira, guest Vira, third Toastmaster Yanda, fourth Toastmaster Raki, fifth Toastmaster Yuriko, okay, sixth Toastmaster Nur, Aisyah, Indra, okay. So we will use this last list from guest Indra. Wait, I need to prepare for the slides. All right. Okay. Wait, I need to adjust a bit. And I will share the screen. Okay, what? Okay, so it's linking stories game where each player has to continue the story told by the previous player. I hope it's easy enough for you. So here's how to play. So I increased the number of participants, so to 9 participants. So game master gather 9 participants before the game and decide the sequence. And the sequence that we will use is the last list from those guests. Oh, sorry, Toastmaster guest Nita and Nia. Or okay, sorry. So we will use only 9 people. Sorry. So this is the player. Okay, okay. So each player will be given a picture as the reference to make to continue the story. So for example, later I will say a sentence, and then for example, the first speaker is Toastmaster Vini. Then Toastmaster Vini will be given a picture. Then Toastmaster Vini will have 10 seconds to think, and then 60 seconds to deliver the story, and can use the picture as the reference. You can be very, very creative to develop the story. For example, the previous speaker tells about a very romantic story, but then you change it to be a thriller story. That's really okay. And after the previous player finished her or his story, the next player should be ready to continue the story. So before Toastmaster Vini is ready to finish her story, here we have Toastmaster Guest Vira to be ready, like just
Hey, wait.
continue right after
I'm
that.
sorry. I think another guest can take my spot. I'll back out. I'm not joining this one.
Oh yeah, is that okay? All right. So wait. So we who would like to join? Then let's see. Guess Nita then. Oh yeah, I saw them. Wait, I need to retype Nita. Okay, guess Nita will substitute guess Vira. So in each slide, so I will continuously share my screen because each slide will have like a timer. And also if you exceed 60 seconds, meaning that you are not eligible to be voted. So please be time efficient, everyone. Whenever the previous player is ready to finish the story, just unmute your mic and then continue right away, because the the time will continue to make a cycle. Then you will have 10 seconds to think and then 60 seconds to deliver the story. And if you are less than 60 seconds, that's also okay. Is all the player okay? Especially the one, okay, Toastmaster Vini, are you ready?
Yes, for SCBD, I'm so ready.
Okay, so the first word, the first sentence. Okay, I am 16 years old now, and your picture is this, and
Okay.
10 seconds to think. But if you are ready, just say yes. We can continue to the story time.
Sure. All right.
Okay. Oh wait, sorry. All right.
Can I go?
You can. Yes.
Okay. So I am 16 years old right now, and I am living in the capital city of United States of America. So yeah, you know this song called New York, Empire State, New York. Yeah, that's my go-to playlist. That's in my go-to playlist right now. And I very much appreciate my life, my very awesome life in this metropolitan city. Empire State of Mind, right? It was not Empire New York. So yeah, I live in a very advanced city with skyscrapers all around me.
every day I take this MRT to go to my favorite cafe, which is the Central Park, and I live there and I drink my coffee there, my favorite coffee. Also reading my favorite novel, which is Twilight.
Next,
And that's 60 seconds, right?
Guest Nita, please continue. Thinking time, 10 seconds for you. Guest Nita is unmuted. Okay. Okay, then. Oh yeah, just continue it.
Okay, it's still time to
that's
thinking.
Okay. That's okay. You can just continue. It's like bonus.
Oh, okay. So maybe I will pick the time as a content to talk about. So I think the time for now, especially this time earlier, like we have now this moment, I think we face uncertainly time to live with, because everything it's changed. Like we don't know everything will happen for head. So I think this such an opportunity to learn how to appreciate more for our times and taking a very meaningful to ways to use our time. So that's why for this moment, I think many things I've learned to manage time. Sorry, time is frozen. Okay. Yeah,
See
I
you
think
for 10 seconds more.
10 seconds. Okay, I think that's it. Because it's a frozen time, but no, I think it's a frozen time, but it's a meaning time. A clock. I mean, a big clock and a big time that 20 hours for a day we have been facing for life. So that's it, to use the time for more meaningful.
Okay, so the next speaker.
I don't know.
Please continue the story from Toastmaster Vini, Toastmaster Guest Nita, Toastmaster Yanda, please.
Okay, as a 16 years person who's living in a big city, I have a huge achievement that I want to make within the coming years in my life. Take, for example, I want to graduate from established university or college, and then after that, I'm planning to apply for a established job in an established company in a big city. Because for me, it's like interesting, it's like challenging, trying to make something from scratch in a big city. And for a person like me who come from a hometown, and I want to show to my parents that I can make such an achievement and make them proud. And for most of all, I want to make sure to tell the world that I can prove that I can achieve what I want in my life. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Toastmaster Yanda. I guess there is a technical issue here. Sorry. So, okay. So I guess we will not use any time limitation. Sorry that we will not have a voting at the end. So just continue. You can tell, yeah, you can just time yourself for about like 5 to 7 sentences. Is that okay, everyone?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much for your kind understanding. And let's have then Toastmaster Raki, please. Okay. Please start.
May I start now?
Yes.
All right. As 16 years old guy, I always I always curious about any experience. Sometimes I curious about organization, about my skill, about building the networking. So I decided to join the Toastmasters. So I really appreciate what Toastmasters do to build any public speaker become a monster in the stage. And I think Toastmasters will be the home for any public speakers to speak speak up their ideas. That's all.
All right, thank you. And then the next. So please continue the story told by Toastmaster Vini, then Nita, Yanda, and then Raki. So please, the next speaker. Wait, let me see. We have guest Yuriko. Please continue.
Okay. Can I start?
Yes, please just continue. So there will be no timing.
Ladies and gentlemen, and in that 16 years old, my mother told me to go to a cruise ship. And that time is the time I found a handsome man serving food to our table. And that handsome man was so pretty and was so tall, my type of man. And that time I take a flower. Thank you, only that.
Wow, nice one. And then please continue, guest. Oh, Toastmaster Nur. So here is your photo.
Well, when I met that serviceman in the cruise ship before, he's so tall and handsome. But suddenly the cruise ship is drowning. The machine is broken down, but I survived it. And I'm so glad, I'm so grateful. And I really, since that time, I really appreciate every moment of my life. After that incident, every time I hang out with my friends, I always take a selfie. I always initiate to take a selfie with them to capture the moment, to capture the experience and the smiles that I don't know whether I will ever be able to experience that again. Thank you. Next storyteller.
Oh, please, Toastmaster Aisyah.
Because of my ability to take selfies with my friends, the way I appreciate the presence with my friends, I took selfies, I took photos, and I documented everything and brought it into a vlog. And I uploaded on YouTube and I became a vlogger. And I became a famous vlogger. And you know what? By the age of 16, I'm able to buy a new house and I'm really happy for that. Next storyteller.
Okay, please guess Hani. So it's like rewind the story. So please.
Okay, I started. After I already a blogger and I have many makes more money and I buy the house and this is the picture, right? Storyteller for okay. I share with my family, all of my family, all of my biggest family. I take a photo, a selfie, and I can say it and smile. Or in Indonesian is cabe, yes, like that. And this here's my grandpa and my grandmothers and my brothers. Oh, after that we go to the holiday. We go to the holiday to Semarang, and we spend more time at the villa, something like that. It's okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And then this one is for the finale. We have guest Indra. So here's the last one. It's again rewind. So please guess Indra.
Yeah, so it got me thinking. Now I live in New York, in a big city, and I also became a YouTuber at the age of 16. I even have a house now. So it got me thinking, I need to start appreciating my life. I need to start appreciating the chances that I've got. And I think I really need to start looking after my family more and appreciate their presence at my home. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for all storytellers. The story began by the fact that I am living in the hotspot of America, and then you are like having cruise and then like having a selfie with your family, and then appreciate that you have home right now. So yeah, at the end, it's about life. Your story can be redirected at any unexpected time. Even for the technical issue, I'm so sorry that the time is frozen, but I guess that's also a silver lining that you can take in your life, that when the time is freezing, then you can just take another road. And our ballot counter is like our fairy godmother. Then then today we will have a voting for all storytellers, so there is no disqualification, and later the ballot counter will give the link, and please choose your favorite storyteller for tonight. That's all from me as the game master. Thank you very much, and back to you, our Toastmaster Syauqi. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Game Master Toastmaster Uyun. Yes, I'm back. I'm changing my outfit a bit. Orange shirt. Yes, that's just me giving a small update because I know people will not care at all. But again, at least I care. Yes, I know. I'm very random. Last meeting when I was in Toastmaster, another Toastmaster meeting, I was also very random. But again, randomness is a gift. Because with randomness, it can create new amazing experience for everyone, or it will just creep them out. Okay, that is two possibilities. Okay, let's done with our game session. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Uyun, for that amazing game session. Now, let's go on to the last session. Yes, the last session for our meeting. And I am disconnected. Okay, now I'm not disconnected. Sorry, there's a few connection problems right now. So I would like to call on the general evaluator for tonight, Toastmaster Golfin, if you would.
Sure. Okay, thank you Toastmaster Syauqi our Toastmaster of the meeting, and also thank you for Toastmaster Uyun as the game master for tonight. It was such an interesting game that we had. So now we go to our last session, the evaluation session. We first begin with our individual evaluators, and our first individual evaluator is for the first for evaluating the first speaker, Toastmaster Isyraqi. The first speaker, and the first evaluator is Toastmaster Dwi. Toastmaster Dwi, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. Am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Happy morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for sharing, Toastmaster Isyraqi. That's a quite relevant topic because it just happened, right? And I love the way how you bring up some theory inside the communications. I know it sounds really supportive with the topic. I love that. And I noticed that since this is your second speech of evaluation and feedback, I realize and I can feel that how you really hard to apply the feedback because I see that from your speech you can explore more. I mean, when you talk about public frequency and celebrity, you have to define your clear stance on that. You can just show your rage if you disagree. Like you can just question, what do you feel if something that public but it can be used for private? Frequency is public, but some people use it for exposing their private life. Can you imagine that? I don't buy the idea of using public facilities for my own sake. Just something like that. Show your rage, show your emotion, make the story come to life. So you can play with your storytelling tools and include the audience with your story, not only by replying your question, but also they will follow your story. I just want to ask you, do you enjoy delivering your speech now? I mean, your second speech?
Yes.
Okay, I bet that you will feel more joyful by when you deliver your speech if you give your stance and ask the audience, even when you add more personal experience on that, because personal experience will makes you. I mean, everyone has their own story, and so are you. I just want to highlight that you can just try to rearrange your draft if you have some, and try to reconnect with the audience with your story, and then from that you can try to use vocal variety, expressions, gestures. I mean, I've been there. It's hard if you don't feel comfortable to share your story. But then if you want to improve, why don't you just try it? So good luck to you, Toastmaster Isyraqi. I hope I can see your next speech with some improvement. So thank you. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dwi, for your wonderful evaluation of Toastmaster Israqi's speech. And now we go to our second evaluator. Yeah, she will be evaluating Toastmaster Almer's speech. And our second evaluator is Toastmaster Aisyah. Toastmaster Aisyah, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Mr. G. Happy morning, everyone. Now I would like to deliver my evaluation for TM Almer. TM Almer, congratulations for delivering an inspiring speech today. Your speech is well researched. The topic is interesting and relate to our experience, which is about time management. As we can see, many audiences ask for your slides, and also they are really curious about the topic to study about it further. So we can see here that your topic, the way you deliver the speech, it's not only delivering the content, but also turn on the audience's inquiry, so they want to learn more and more. The secondly, the presentation is well structured. The first, you deliver the root cause of time management, such as awareness, arrangement, adaptation. And then after that, you break down the solution based on those points. So you give the solution for the awareness, the arrangement, and for adaptation. And then the third interesting points about your speech is the way you use the signposting. The signposting such as you use the words firstly, secondly, thirdly. The firstly, next, and so on. So those words actually can help the audience to grab the key points of your idea. There are some point of improvements if you might want to develop further. The first one is the eye contact. We might consider that in this virtual meeting, our audiences is actually live on the camera in our laptop or in our devices, which means we need to keep in mind that we can maintain our eye contact on the camera. And then the second one is about the expression. You can express it in the intonation and also the facial expression. For example, you can express smile, wonder, curious, or maybe angry, or any expression that relate to your speech. And then the third is the gesture. You might want to play with the gesture when you speak. And then lastly is the way you grab the audiences in the opening of the speech. You might want to grab the audiences with a big question or maybe with your personal story. So they might want to curious about your topic of speech. That's all for my evaluation. For the next speech, I would like to see you make the more clear, richer intonation and also the facial expressions. So overall, it was a well-researched presentation where the audiences can learn a lot from your speech. Congratulations, Almer. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aisyah. It was a wonderful evaluation speech from you, especially this is your first evaluation speech. Congratulations on completing your first evaluation speech, Toastmaster Aisyah. And now we go to our third evaluator. So our third evaluator will evaluate Toastmaster Arcita's speech. Our third evaluator is Toastmaster Tias. Toastmaster Tias, the screen is yours.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Galvin. So congratulations, Toastmaster Arcita. I think your speech is very interesting and well-researched. And I really appreciate that you give us information about the bystander effect that maybe most of us not aware with yet. And it is good to know and to learn how to build empathy being a bystander, because I think there are a lot of unfortunate events lately, and it's great to do a little bit act of kindness. So the three main points that I would like to emphasize from Toastmaster Arcita's speech is the first, the speech structure. I think you already have the opening, talking about the example, about what is the bystander effect is, the real issue, and then you go to the body, you emphasize more about what is the bystander effect, and then the differentiation between sympathy, empathy, and also the apathy, and the 5-stage approach. And then the closing, you remind us that maybe it is easy to being bystander, but also it is easy to being the upstander. Yeah. And the last, you give us the very good quote that could be a call to action. And the second, that you give an example about the homicide, that help us to have a better understanding about what is bystander effect is. And the third point is you put the statistic on your presentation, so we could really understand how big or how serious the problem is and why we should really aware with this problem. And there are a lot, there are something or some points that I think you want to improve. So the first point is to build the connection or give some bridging to some of your points. For example, in your opening, I was a little bit confused when you talking about the bystander effect, then you're talking about the social norm, and then you are talking about the bullying. So I think I trying to really connect all this information. I don't know if the other also think the same, but I think maybe you can have like more good flow on that by put or talking about the social norm first to really know what we should do, but maybe we didn't do. And then you talking, for example, about the bullying, and then what is the bystander? I think maybe in that flow, we will have a better understanding on your points. And then on the title, I would suggest maybe because the content will be more to the bystander effect, maybe you can put, for example, the title like, "Are you a bystander?" Maybe it's called like more intriguing. And the second point is the eye contact. I think you really try to have eye contact, but maybe you have like 2 point of view, right? The screen and maybe your cam, and you may consider to try to put your cam on your eye level, so we really can see the eye contact and also your gesture. And the third point is, I love your quote in the last slide, and it will be better if you could change your tone to emphasize the message. Like, for example, fear is real. It is terrifying, but it all can be energizing. I think something like that. So I would like to challenge Toastmaster Arcita to use a different and dramatic tone to emphasize something on your speech or your message. But overall, I think it's a very refreshing story or sharing, because I think it's very easy to be a bystander in like everyday events, but you give us information to not being a bystander and become an upstander. Thank you.
Thank you for your evaluation speech, Toastmaster Tias. Hopefully it is very helpful for Toastmaster Chita's next speech. And now we can go to our fourth evaluator. Yeah, he will evaluate Toastmaster Syauqi's speech. So our fourth evaluator is Toastmaster Yala. Toastmaster Yala, the screen is yours.
Hold on, let me set the timer first. Okay. Okay, splendid. I would like to say that one word for your speech performance, Toastmaster Syauqi. It was a really outstanding performance of your speech, because you started out your speech by telling us your story. Even it is actually quite shocking for me, because sometimes people might not want to share their failure in life, but you are confidently and comfortably could say that to inspire the audiences. You started out the story by giving us the terms that what the process that made you fail by starting your effort during your 3 years in your college time to get that double degree college from the Arizona University. You put that emotion in your speech. That is why I felt like if you are looking into the camera, all of the audiences might feel your emotion, might feel that they can feel your emotion that can bring up to the audience. And the thing that I would like to highlight is you put the vocal variety and also with that gesture, and along the way, you also mentioning on how to deal with that situation, because I'm pretty sure that almost all of us, even the most successful person in the world, the richest man right now in the world, Elon Musk, must be also having failure in his life before getting to the success that he can get right now. So all in all, you craft it all in such a really good way. And last but not least, during your last statement, you also put that you need to think about inspire the audience by changing your mindset from you can't to you can, right? Like giving, just put it out the T sound, and you can just keep moving forward for that to cope with the failure. And the thing that I would like to also to highlight to improve your speech is maybe sometimes you need to make sure that you give some pause during that emotion that will be awesome for your next speech. All in all, that is all from me. And again, I would like to give you a round of applause for sharing us the story, because it's really inspiring. And I'm pretty sure that one day you might have another better opportunity out there, or even maybe you will be accepted by the Ivy League in the future. No one's know. So keep moving forward, TM Syauqi. That is all from me. Back to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yala, for the helpful evaluation from your helpful evaluation speech, and also very encouraging evaluation speech. Thank you. And now we can go to our last but not least evaluator for tonight. So he will be evaluating Toastmaster Naflah's speech. Our fifth evaluator is Distinguished Toastmaster Gatot. Distinguished Toastmaster Gatot, please, the screen is yours.
Okay, wait, I'm going to find the timer. Where are you, timer? Okay. Okay. Yes, I found it already. Well, you are a baby. Yes, Toastmaster Naflah, I do agree. Your speech tonight is just like a baby. You know, when the baby cries or when the baby laughs, everybody can hear it clearly. That's just like the way you deliver your speech. You speak very fluently. Your English is just amazing. People can hear you very clearly. And you know, a baby is really cute, right? I do believe that everyone here do agree that your presentation is just really cute. The pictures, the colors, the message are all there. It's not too wordy, it's not too colorful, it's not too much pictures. Everything is just on point. You know, when the baby cries, you may get bothered. I personally believe that there's only one thing from your speech have me bothered, which is your message. You already made it when you come out with the baby in the beginning of your speech, and then you come back with a baby. You said that that's me as a baby, become a newbie, and then become a grown up someone which has already become a mature one. Instead of saying that, you can use it, you can make it become more dramatic. You can make it as a punchline of your speech so that your audience can understand what is the learning, what is the takeaway message from your speech. You can say just like this. Yes, I am a baby, but have you considered even a baby can burn a house? And I prove it. I joined Toastmasters one of the club with a crisis, and I turned it become one of the greatest club in Toastmaster. So I just want to say that it doesn't matter when people say that you are a baby, but you can still become a super baby. So by using that kind of expression, make it become more dramatic, so people will catch your message. People will understand that how your leadership has been improved, and then how you become a leader from someone that everybody said that as a baby, and then become someone who can lead a club with a crisis, become one of the greatest club. So all in all, I really like your speech. I really like the way you deliver it, just like a baby. It's really cute. Presentation is there, and then the expression is there. Just consider to make your message become stronger. I do believe that you can become one of the best speaker, and I must say that you can become a super baby speaker in the future. That is all from me. I offer the screen back to a general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Gatot, for your wonderful evaluation speech. And now we can go to our evaluation team. First, we go to our grammarian. Our grammarian will be Toastmaster Melanie. Toastmaster Melanie, the screen is yours.
Toastmaster, okay. Wait. There. So happy morning, everyone. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so this is only a short grammarian's report. So, okay, so I'll just give a reminders instead of pointing out those sentences. So the first reminder is the subject-verb agreement, especially when we ask question. Where do your time goes, right? So how are we going to correct this statement? Can anyone help us out here?
Where did your time go, or where does your time go?
Thank you. So where does your time go? Where did your time go? Or you can actually change it to where do you spend your time? But for example, in questions, especially with do or does, yeah, so I searched the internet because I'm not an English teacher. So I think this one is better. So the arrangement of words is like, we have the question words, the what, where, when, how. Then it follows with the do or does. Then this, the subject and verb agreement, the verb should be in its simple present tense. Okay. So I think that's it. So yeah. So the do or does agree with the subject. So for example, if the subject is plural, for example, you, then the do or does should be plural. So you should choose do. If it's a she, which is singular, then yours do or does should be the singular form, which is does. Then that's the question, okay? So next is the second reminder. Yeah, reminder number 2. Oops. Thank you, internet. Yeah, so the use of pronouns, pronouns. Pronouns are used to, what do you call it? To replace the nouns, and especially for the role takers. I heard some of the speakers keep on saying the we, the what do you call it? Third speaker point of view of a pronoun. We, even though he or she is just talking about her or his opinion, it would be better to just use the first person point of view, which is I. Just own the opinion, so that there will be no reaction from the audience that, oh, that's not actually my feeling. Because during the exchange of conversation earlier, we understand you. Then I said, no, I don't. It's like, okay, I'm not part of that we. So maybe let's just be careful of the use of the pronouns. And also, for example, there was someone who said, wait, does anyone knows it? Referring to a person, it is used for objects. So you can use her, him, or them for that matter. Just the reminder. Then I have here the word bank. So this caught my attention. Time crunch. It's like crunch. So deadline is very soon. I heard it from Toastmaster Almer. So example, I am in a time crunch. I am in a deadline, which is really very soon. So the second word bank is from Toastmaster Cheetah. Is the differences between sympathy, empathy, and apathy, and most of the time we interchange them. And thank you for that one, Toastmaster Cheetah. And the last one is from Toastmaster Naflah. Happy Morning Club, and it refers to SCBD Toastmasters Club. Hey, hi, Happy Morning Club. And I only quoted two inspirational quotes. The first one is from Toastmaster Syauqi. Failures make us stronger if it's caps lock. We learn from them. And the third one, I will forever be a newbie. From that, I can start new things. I keep learning and I live. From Toastmaster Naflah. And that ends my grammarian support. Back to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Galvin.
Thank you, Toastmaster Melanie, for the very helpful chocolate suggestions for all of us, and also for the cute slides from your grammatical improvements. And now we go to our and WOD counter, which is Toastmaster Andika. Toastmaster Andika, the screen is yours.
Thank you, GE. Ladies and gentlemen, filler words and repeated words plus long pauses will make our speech inefficient. That's why we calculate during the speech so that we can always improve ourselves. So for the speakers, Toastmaster Isyraqi say repeated words 2 times, season I will close, and no WOD. Toastmaster Almer, more than 5 filler words like and and 2 repeated words, so and it's. So TM and also one long pause. And TM Cheetah, you had more than 5 and then more than 5 repeated words. So secondly, you, Toastmaster Oki, you had 3 repeated words, 1, rather, and sooner. And Toastmaster Naflah, you had 3 filler words and 4 repeated words, what, first of all, and I could. And also in the prepared speech, there was no one, according to my observation, who used the word of the day. But I am so happy because in the storytelling session, the appreciate words were coming in. So for example, from Toastmaster Fini, Guest Nita, Toastmaster Raki, Toastmaster Nur, Toastmaster Aisha, and Guest Indra, you used the word of the day. Thank you so much. And here we have a list of filler words, 3 more than 5 4 3 and so on. And then also for the evaluators, we could also have only one WOD, which was from Toastmaster Tias. And we had several people who made more than 5 filler words, and then 5, 4, 1 repeated words. So on and all, actually, it is very acceptable. It means that we need to improve more and more to reduce the filler words and also the repeated words. And I'm happy because there was no long pauses a lot. And then for the next meeting, I encourage all of you in all sessions to use abundantly the WOD. Thank you very much. Back to you, G.
Thank you, Toastmaster Andika, for your suggestions for all of us to always remember to use WOD and also to reduce our and all kind of filler words usage. Thank you. And now we go to the general evaluation from my point of view. Okay, so I will separate this evaluation, into two things, right? First, like the good things that happened in this meeting, and also the things that we may have to improve in the next meeting. Okay, so the first one is that all guests were greeted. It was such a good start that we can create a great vibe right from the very beginning. Congratulations to all of the members of SCBD Toastmasters who are greeting all of the guests and also visiting Toastmasters here. And also we started on time, 7 p.m. sharp Jakarta time. So it was great that we can keep our time at the start. And I also saw that we have many cute slides tonight. So, and those that I can remember are from Toastmaster Naflah, Toastmaster Melanie, Toastmaster Cheetah. So those great slides are basically a good way for all of us to be focused into the speech, into the substance of the speech. So it was great usage of slides. And also we have unique and quite time-saving game session actually that can make a lot of people be able to involve themselves in the session, right? I think 9 people were involved in the game session that were only consuming, I think, around 10 to 11 minutes. So it was a good idea that we have this kind of game. Thank you, Toastmaster Uyun. Those are the great things, but also in any great meeting, there are some improvement that we can incorporate for the next meeting. The first one, even though we started on time, but we were being more tardy. We were being tardier and tardier by each session. Being late and late even more. The first speech was started 2 minutes late. The games were started 6 minutes late, and the evaluation session it was even late even more. Right. So I think one of the main problem was that many speakers are over time, even from my introduction, right? The introduction about the club, it was quite over time, and also for each speaker, there are many who are over time. I think 3 out of 5. So I think if this can be improved by notifying the timing using many channels, right? We have the chat box, then maybe we can use the chat box. Maybe the timer already done using the chat box through DM, through direct message. But we can also retry to add spotlight at every change of time warning. And also we can encourage each speaker to make her or his own timing using other gadget. I know this may be redundant that there is timer and also the speaker is timing him or herself, but then again, I think this is a good way to make sure that each speaker is not over time. And I think also in the second in the game session, Toastmaster, I think if we would like to use any kind of feature, we have to make sure that our laptop can carry the heavy duty of sharing screen and also showing the PPT slide, because it is kind of heavy. So just make sure of it. And also, I would like to note this down, that if you would like to make people respond to your call to action, then please do ask people to respond to it, right? I think this is part of the problem that was mentioned by Toastmaster Cita, the bystander effect. So if we say, for example, if I am in a hard time, then I say, "Help! Please help me." Then everyone will only look at me, but everyone will hesitate to help me, right? Not because they don't care, but because simply they said, "Oh, maybe he would like to help. Maybe others would like to help," something like that. So that's the limitation if we do not pinpoint people to do things, right? You have to instruct people to do things. So that's also the way for us to make sure people respond to our call to action. So if you would like to make sure that people answer to your greeting, answer to your questions, please make sure ask people to unmute yourself or to raise your hand, something like that. Just make a short instruction. And that's all from me. But it was a great meeting. It was a great anniversary meeting. I have to remind all of us that this is our happy birthday meeting. So this is a party, and it has been 9 minutes late. But then again, parties goes all night long. So we are back to our Toastmaster of the meeting. Let's continue the party, bro. Hey, bro, party.
Yes, let us go back to our party, but we must remember one simple thing. One simple thing, my dear President and GE. We need to know who is the best speaker for tonight. Yes. Now, I would like to call on Toastmaster Momzilla, or to be more precise, Toastmaster Dentia. Toastmaster Momzilla Dentia, the screen is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bob Wara. Okay, guys, did you guys have fun tonight? Yes or
Yeah.
no? Yay! So,
Yay!
are you excited to know who's the winner or who is the best speaker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay,
Yes.
let me share my screen first.
No.
No? Okay. I'll leave it to the rest to decide. Okay, here you go. This is a happy birthday Hall of Fame. First, we have
Where's the cake?
the prepared speech nominees. Unfortunately, out of 5 people, only 2 people eligible to be voted. And the winner for the best prepared speech speaker is Toastmaster Naflah. Yay!
Yay!
Very
Baby.
inspiring and a motivating
My face,
speech,
okay.
yeah. She's one of the co-founder of Dream Hub.
Super baby.
Okay, for the next one, the interesting game session from Toastmaster Uyun, we have 9 participants. This is, I think, the record most what you call, yeah, something like that. I cannot find the word.
Most
Okay,
best
out of
storyteller.
9, yes. Okay, so we'll find out who is the winner for the best storyteller. Woo! Guess Yuriko! Yay! It was a great story.
Power of 16
From
years
her,
old.
she finally found the handsome guy in the cruise ship, right? Okay,
Ooh.
last but not least, the evaluation speech nominees. There are 3 speakers, and the best evaluator goes to DTM Gatot. Yay! Unfortunately, he left early, so maybe our team or exco can inform him later on. So I think that's all from me. To join us, don't forget we have our Vice President of Membership for the benefits of the guests. If you'd like to get to know about our club, so SCBD Toastmaster Club, you can contact Toastmaster Almira on this number. And don't forget to follow us on social media. I give the control back to you, Toastmaster Syauqi.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Dentia, for that amazing slide. Congratulations to all of the winners. We have first the super baby. Second, the amazing, powerful, the power of underage 16-year-old. Yes. And the third is, of course, the vanishing evaluator. Yes, I put the nickname for everyone. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for attending our meeting. I hope everybody had a great time. I see people laughing. I see people turning off their cameras, maybe because they're shy or anything like that. But again, I think everyone have fun. And Wira is having getting taste or getting some kind of things. But again, thank you so much, everyone, for attending SGBD's 16th anniversary. Yes, same as those, same as a winner for storytelling. 16th anniversary. I hope everybody has a good time, and I would like to say thank you so much for attending the meeting from start to end, and hopefully we can learn from each other, and of course we can see each other soon, maybe in our offline meeting. Again, we never know whether it's the offline meeting gonna start. So okay, I'm gonna give this power back to our lovely president, Toastmaster Golfin.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Syauqi, for leading us through the meeting tonight. It was such a great leadership from you, Toastmaster Syauqi. And we are looking forward to have you more as our Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Syauqi. And now, before I close the meeting, I would like to call some of our guests to give his or her opinion about our meeting. I think I would like to call Pedro. Hi, Pedro.
Hey.
Hey, Pedro. So you're coming all the way from Brazil. So what do you think about our opinion about our meeting tonight, or this morning?
Oh God,
this morning.
there was an amazing time with you here. I really appreciate being here with you all. Nice speeches, an amazing table topics format and approach, very different from what we get here. I really expect to come back many more times and practice English with you.
Thank you for your comments. Visiting Toastmaster Pedro. I hope we can see you again in our Toastmaster meeting, Toastmaster Pedro. And I also would like to call one of our first time guests. I think I would like to call Nia. Hi, Nia. Hi, Nia. Can you give us your opinion about our meeting tonight?
Tonight meeting is so excited. Yeah, excited. I'm excited because the teachers give a lot of good topics, and then the game table topic is really real, and Yuriko nailed the game session, and then all the station is connected and all flow like, oh, this is a good club. This is my first time in SCBD TMC, but it's nice and great thing to do, to join another meeting.
Sure. Thank you, Nia, for giving us your opinion about our meeting tonight. And of course, you are welcome to join our meeting again the next Sunday. Sunday next week. We are not having our meeting next week on Friday, just like now, because we are entering the Ramadan month, and we are arranging the next meeting to be on Sunday at 3 p.m. Jakarta time, at 3 p.m. GMT +7. So it will be a good ngabuburit for all of us here in Indonesia. Okay. And now, before I close the meeting, I would like to ask all of the members of SCBD Toastmaster to stay after this meeting. Why? Because the education team would like to share something that is really important for all of us as SCBD Toastmaster members. And for all of the guests, of course, you are welcome to join our meeting again and next Sunday. And also if you have any kind of questions, you can ask me. You can also ask the vice president of membership, and you can also direct message to our Instagram scbd.toastmasters. Our PR team, Toastmaster Dwi and Toastmaster Garda, are happy to respond to your questions. And now I would like to close the meeting with the sound of my power bank. That's the sound, and happy weekend, everyone.
Happy weekend.
Happy weekend.
Even though it's
Happy
not
birthday,
weekend,
everyone.
still
Happy
weekday.
fasting.